This is a great example of an 8th grader stoplight paragraph from the beginning of the year. This particular paragraph looks at leadership within Call of the Wild. A good leader acts with a certain assertiveness that makes others feel alert, like Francois in Call of the Wild. This first green sentence is known as our topic sentence. It clearly answers the prompt and gives a specific reason that this is true. For example, Francois keeps the pack calm and orderly during times of havoc, like when Francois called to him a quarter of a mile away and Buck doubled back, still one leap ahead, gasping painfully for air and putting all his faith in that Francois would save him. London 19. A couple things to notice about this specific example. First of all, it begins with a lead-in, which is often a complete sentence followed by a colon, but is some way to set up context of what is happening in the story that gives us a little bit more understanding of what is going on in this example. After Colin's own words, which set up the quote, we are introduced with the quote, which is denoted by quotation marks and is copied word for word, spelling for spelling out of the novel. After the quote, you'll notice there's no punctuation right here, but there is a parenthetical citation with the parentheses, the author's last name, and the page number, parenthesis, and finally the period. This quote should clearly give an example of the claim that the author is making in his or her topic sentence. Then the author moves to its explanation of that quote. Francois was a good leader and Buck trusted him. He makes the dogs feel like they're safe under his leadership. Both of these red sentences should prove how your yellow or your quote proves that your topic sentence is true. So these two sentences prove how a good leader acts with a certain assertiveness that makes others feel alert. And then it continues, but a good leader also disciplines like Francois when he was angry. Now by gar, I feeks you, he cried, coming back with a heavy club in his hand. London 25. Again, Colin set up his quote with his own words that both give some a little bit of analysis, but also understand who's talking and what's going on in the story. You'll notice when somebody's talking within inside of a quote, we use singular quotations to show that there's somebody talking in the story inside of our quote as a whole. And then again, the parenthetical citation with the author's name and page number, followed by a period. He continues, a good leader must have the strength and bravery to punish those who disobey him. It is hard for the leader to discipline their worker, just like an owner disciplining his dog. These red sentences, again, refer directly to how this quote proves that a good leader acts with a certain assertiveness that makes others feel alert. He then concludes it by saying, like Francois portrays in The Call of the Wild, a good leader takes a brave heart and an assertive state of mind. This clearly brings closure to the paragraph. It reiterates what he's trying to say in his topic sentence and throughout our whole paragraph. So this is a great example of an 8th grader's stoplight paragraph that's explaining and analyzing how something is true.